He played a demon, a plastic surgeon, and an FBI agent, but the real plot twist? Nobody saw this ending coming. Not even his fans. Julian McMahon, yeah, that guy. If you were around in the early 2000s, you definitely saw his face on your screen. Whether it was as Dr. Christian Troy, the devilishly charming surgeon on Nip/Tuck, or as Cole Turner, the half-demon heartthrob in Charmed, he made a permanent mark on pop culture. But just this week, headlines broke the unthinkable. Julian McMahon has died at 56 after a private battle with cancer. A man known for his dramatic roles kept his most painful role completely off-screen, until now. Let's rewind a bit. Before Hollywood, Julian was basically Australian royalty, literally. His father was Sir William McMahon, the former Prime Minister of Australia. But instead of diving into politics or finance, Julian carved his own path, modeling, then acting. He broke into the American scene with Profiler in the late 90s, but it was Charmed that made him a heartthrob. Admit it, half of you love the show for the magic, the other half for Cole Turner's smoldering stare. And let's not forget his performance in Fantastic Four as the villainous Doctor Doom. Honestly, that role didn't get enough credit. He brought gravitas to an otherwise mid-tier Marvel movie. Then came Nip/Tuck in 2003. And let me tell you, it changed things. Julian's portrayal of Dr. Christian Troy was unapologetically raw. A womanizer with a wounded soul, his character was seductive, reckless, and vulnerable all at once. People weren't just watching for the shock value, they were hooked on McMahon's performance. He had this rare ability to play morally gray characters without turning them into cliches. He was the anti-hero before it became cool. But while the characters were loud, bold, and even chaotic, Julian himself? Always calm, collected, private. And that privacy may be the reason why this recent news shocked the world so deeply. In 2020, Julian took on a new role, Jess LaCroix in FBI, Most Wanted. And surprise, surprise, he nailed it. Swapping demons and scalpels for justice and stoicism, Julian brought a grounded intensity to the show. Critics praised his maturity and subtle strength. He was a leader, a father, a protector. But what no one knew was that the real fight was happening behind the scenes. According to Deadline, KTLA, and BBC, Julian passed away peacefully after a private, months-long battle with cancer. That's right, he never made it public. No press releases. No interviews. No dramatic posts. Just quiet courage. And there's something hauntingly poetic about that. The man who played characters surrounded by chaos chose peace in real life. Here's what hits hardest. In an era where every celebrity illness is turned into clickbait, Julian McMahon did the opposite. He fought privately. Maybe to protect his family. Maybe to protect his fans. Maybe just because that's who he was. And in my opinion, that shows incredible strength. We talk so much about vulnerability being brave, and it is, but choosing silence and grace in the face of death? That's a different kind of bravery. One we don't often see anymore. Julian's career wasn't about blockbusters or Oscars. It was about consistently bringing complex, unforgettable characters to life. He showed us that being the villain doesn't make you evil. That being damaged doesn't make you unworthy. That pain, when acted with honesty, can connect millions of people. Fans have flooded the internet with tributes, remembering him not just as an actor, but as someone who gave them characters they loved, hated, and mourned. From teenage girls crushing on Cole, to adults resonating with Christian Troy's inner battles, Julian meant something. So if you're watching this, maybe you're one of those fans. Maybe you didn't even realize how much his characters shaped your youth. Maybe you're just hearing this news for the first time. Either way, take a second. Breathe. And remember the actor who gave his all, until his final breath, without asking for applause. Remember that hook? He played a demon, a doctor, and an FBI agent, but the real hero? That was Julian himself. Fighting quietly, living fully, and leaving behind a legacy louder than any role he ever played. Rest in peace, Julian McMahon. If he touched your life, drop a comment below. Let's celebrate a life worth remembering.